Hey guys, Chad Tracy back here with another video. I was terminated approximately 6 years ago by two officers. Well, not by two officers, by New Jersey Department of Corrections. They believe two officers that lied, falsified against me, and said that I called them a pussy and a faggot, and I threatened them. And here I am fighting for my job 6 years later, and it's a losing battle, which is great. It is what it is. I'm all in now. We're gonna see what happens. One thing that's not gonna happen is it's not gonna bring me down. I will succeed regardless. If anything, it's made me a better person, first and foremost. So if anybody's learned anything from this, it's definitely me. I don't come here and act like I'm perfect by any means, because I'm absolutely not. Made a lot of mistakes in my time. I did fess up to them. I am moving on from them. They will not define who I am or who I am now. They may have defined who I was in the past, but obviously not now, which is an excellent thing. But those people that lied on me or had something to do with my termination is why I make these videos. I stayed quiet for approximately 6 years. And now I'm at where I'm at, 5.5 years now. About 6 months making these videos. And I'm going to do it, and I'm going to speak my piece. These videos help me. They're my therapy. It helps to get the word out exactly to whomever, to tell that New Jersey DOC is corrupt. They blackballed me, and I'm fighting for my job. There was multiple people that had things to do with it. I do have a full timeline of everything that happened from top to bottom, from the commissioner to when she was an OER person, to the administrators, to the majors, to the lieutenants, to the sergeants. Some that have retired, some are moved up in administrators' positions, that are directors of certain areas, and sergeants that moved up to lieutenants, and officers that moved up to sergeants, and so on and so forth. I think you guys get the drift. So I wouldn't be here about $30,000 or $40,000 in debt with my attorney, fighting and making these YouTube videos for my health. It's to get the word out to exactly whomever it may concern. But it does happen, and it happens more frequently than you guys think. And maybe I'm just the one that has the audacity, who has the balls or what have you. It doesn't really matter at this point, to speak the truth. And that's why I'm here, is to definitely speak the truth and get the word out. I was in New Jersey DOC for approximately 18.5 years before I was terminated. So here we are. We're fighting. And it kind of is what it is at this point. I had the Deputy Attorney General watching my videos. From day one, from the courts on to now, she's definitely a man-hater, I feel. She doesn't like me for whatever reasons, passed judgment on me. Doesn't know me from a grain of salt, but knows me because of the charges. So, I am fighting for my integrity. I'm fighting for the people that don't have a word, and there are plenty that can't come on, that would love to come on, but they're either still working or their families are still involved, and so on and so forth. But I do have somebody, and I do have actually a couple people that did violate the new social media policy, and maybe you guys can help me point out what they violated, but I already know. But I will be sending everything to individuals tomorrow, mid-morning or afternoon, whatever it is, to for people to investigate it and see where it goes. So there was a young lady that so I'm single, obviously, right? I'm gonna just start from the jump start. I am single, so I am dating. So I guess a person put a picture up on a private group, which is an all-woman group, obviously, and it states it's "Are we dating the same guy?" It was like from South Jersey, Atlantic City, and that's what it is in parentheses. It's a private group, and it states, "Are we dating the same guy?" So that person put my picture up on there, and it says T, Chad from Maple Shade. I've since moved, but it's all good. So they wanted to know I guess the lowdown on me, so on and so forth. So it just so happens that there was a young lady from DOC that worked at Wagner for a while. Then I think she transferred down to, I want to say, Southwoods or Bayside, one of the two. She's real pretty. You guys will probably know who she is. She's always exploiting her body, always needs attention on social media. So she goes on to tell a story that I was dating somebody in Department of Corrections for 5+ years. I took her on family vacations, met this person in hotel rooms, and even met up with her on family vacations and things of that nature, which is a total lie. Listen, if you're going to tell the story, you know who you are. Tell the story the correct way. But I can tell you this, that if you're going to open your mouth up about my personal business, you better not have any, you better not live in a glass house, right? Because if you live in a glass house, you know what's going to happen. I'm going to expose you for what you are. I have no idea what I've done to you. Maybe I didn't date you or try to hit on you like all the other guys did. And maybe you didn't get attention like you think that you should have from me. But it doesn't matter at this point. You're how old now? 31? I don't even know. 35? Whatever it is. Still not married. No kids. No house. You work for DOC. You live by yourself with cats. And you're taking pictures of yourself in your bathing suit all the time, putting it up there, waiting for attention from men. And also it says on your profile that you work for New Jersey DOC. I thought that was a conflict of interest with you practically taking new pictures and posting yourself on your social media and also on your Instagram. Not to mention that how many followers that you have on your social media page that are inmates or ex-inmates. That's interesting, right? So all the inmates that got locked up from county that were friends with you before are probably looking at you and telling everybody, oh yeah, this is what she looks like, and so on and so forth. That's not a good look for New Jersey DOC. I'm sure they don't want the exposure of you exploiting them and exploiting your body. And they are on a pure women's movement now, if you haven't noticed, in the New Jersey DOC. And I don't think you're representing the Jersey DOC as well as you should. So, especially with making comments, you're harassing people over social media, meaning myself. You're slandering my name. Numerous other words I can use. But I feel like you get the gist of it. Like I said, I never did anything to you, so I don't even know why you would even try to open your mouth with things that you don't know. That's number one. Number two, when my ex-wife inboxed you and you guys were talking, you don't think that she took pictures of everything? And you don't think that she's on my side? And don't you think for one little second that I was totally honest with her and told her everything, so she was never in the dark about anything? That's why you're stupid and naive. Officers, listen, if you got a glass house, you shouldn't open your mouth. Don't open your mouth. You know who you are. Matter of fact, you were dating a little dude at Wagner while you were dating your boyfriend when you were living in Williamstown. He was a mixed dude, good looking dude, half white, half black dude. You were dating him, and then you had a boyfriend at work. So you're trying to talk about me and put me down, right? And trying to tell people about my business. But, I mean, I don't get it. What were you doing? And how many inmates were you overly friendly with over on Baker Wing when you were there? Or, excuse me, on Delta Wing when you were there? On second shift? I tell you. As a matter of fact, how many inmates did you give your phone number to when they got out? That's the interesting part. So, SID, Internal Affairs, go on social media and see how many inmates are following her, or ex-inmates are following on her pages. And look into this, because she definitely violated the social media policy. Harassing, bullying, slandering people's names, and she's a correction officer. She's not supposed to be doing any of that. But she did it. And I will be sending proof over to you guys, because I know you guys watch. So, I'll be sending everything over to you. And I have one more thing to say. This is for a family member. Keep your nose out of my business. See, guys, I hold no holds barred, even with family. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about nobody. It's about me, right? Because I know who I am, and I know what I stand for. I have this cousin that I pretty much grew up with, that she wants to try to always put her 2 cents in, like her 2 cents matters. All she ever does is loaf off of her mother, and also 2 different careers that her mom is paying for. She's not. And you should be more worried about your boyfriend, and WT, he is. And stop telling everybody that he can get away with using the N-word because he was from Pensacola and that's how he grew up and blah, blah, blah. Because I would like for him to say that around my friends that are black or African American and using an N-word, and see what happens to them. Because we all know what's going to happen. Because as soon as he says that in front of me, he'll be slid right in his mouth. Not to mention Jay and all my other boys. And you know who he is. So stop. You should be more worried about what your boyfriend is doing, or actually your husband is doing, or did, or he's doing now. Stop worried about me and making your little posts on there. That's for my family member right there. So there you go. Go chew on that for a little bit. Worry about your man and what he's doing, what job, if he is working, what job he has or doesn't have. So here we are, guys. Time is now. It's going to get interesting. I have a lot more to come. And watch that social media, guys. You guys are violating that social media policy, and they're not playing. We're going to see what they're going to do with this one, and what I present to them. See what they're going to do with that officer that tried to expose me to on a social media private group, and I guess I wasn't supposed to see anything, but that's what happens when you have friends that are women that pass everything along to you. So, and not to mention, you have an ex-wife that pretty much coax you into talking. Stupid, stupid, stupid. But see, one thing you guys are failing to realize is that you can't defeat a man that's already dealt with pain, failure, loss, heartache, and rejection. Good luck. I'm all in. I'm doing what I got to do, and I'm exposing everything and everybody in DOC for what it is. So good luck. Thank you for your time, guys, as always. And take care of yourselves. Be safe. And like I said, if you had nothing to do with me getting terminated, you have no worries. But if you did, I will expose you and continue exposing anybody in New Jersey DOC. Take care, guys. Enjoy your night.